about your new album. First about the title of the album,
Yeah.
The Raven Hotel.
Yeah.
In Dutch, the raven is the name of a bird, is that correct? But for us, it's a bird with a rather bad character.
Yeah, yeah.
We say in Dutch, you steal as a raven.
Right.
Why this title, or do you refer to something special in the title? By the title?
You know, I found out a lot of things about it afterward. You know, at first it was really very literal, because I was staying at a hotel that was called Raven Hotel.
It's the name of a hotel.
Yeah, it's this is a proper spelling, because raven, you know, is also a bird where we are. But the hotel I was staying in was spelled Ravin, and I don't know if they were talking about the bird or if they were just like misspelling something, or if that had some other kind of connotation. But I tried to put sort of a duality to it, because there is that dark association with us too, but I felt like, you know, I was kind of playing on that in a sense, because the song is sort of about like a doppelganger. Do you have that kind of a thing over here where, you know, you're the person is also you but is living a completely different life somewhere else? I was thinking about that because I was staying at this hotel, and I was seeing, you know, these businessmen. They were kind of walking in, but they weren't like high level. They were like, you know, traveling salesman type. You know, they're kind of maybe not doing so well in their career, and it wasn't a really great hotel, and it was right outside of Nashville, and I was staying there with another songwriter friend of mine, and so we were also kind of broke and just, you know, staying wherever we could afford to stay. And I thought that, you know, at any moment we could switch places with the business people, you know, and like, you know, if we weren't writing songs, maybe we'd be traveling door to door, and either way we'd be staying at the same hotel, so we might as well do what we want and do what makes us happy, because there's just no idea where you might end up, you know, in life. Then I started looking into it after I'd written the song, and I found that the Raven, although it has these dark qualities to it, that it used to actually be on both sides of things. Like it was in some different fables and tales, it was a bringer of good news sometimes, and it had these other that I had no idea about the connotations, but it was kind of cool to me because I had thought of this living in two worlds kind of thing, and it sort of worked out unintentionally.
Okay, on the lineup you have about 10 people on for a person that's playing solo. it's a lot of folks on in the studio. Why so many people?
Because there was different, when we sat down and we wanted to try to figure out what sounds would support the songs. We thought, well, okay, we would like to have this instrument, we would like to have this instrument and this one. And so there's a lot of people, but they don't necessarily play on everything, like Mickey Raphael plays harmonica on one song, and John Mills plays saxophone on one song, and there's just, and Rachel sings on a bunch of them.
Not a bunch.
No, she sings harmonies on a couple, and then sings her own on a song.
One duet, one together, and one.
Yeah.
On the song that you sing is
number one.
No.
Let's see, I'm on number 4.
I must speak because I put it down. Riding You the Wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that solo, and then there's backups on this one, on the rock and roll song, and Old Spanish Moss, and on Slow Moving Train with duet.
You're doing the backing vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. For on Slow Moving Train, it's a duet actually. I think we both sing on that one.
But yeah, so there's a number of people on there, but they're not all over. Most of the time, it's just me and Rich and drums and bass.
Talking about Rich, that's the man that's on your second album.
He was on the first one, yeah.
First one, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
On this one, he is also the co-producer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, he's the main producer, really. I always.
The producer, yes. Is he more than a musician or producer?
Oh yeah.
Did he put the Texas Ocean Soul into the sound?
I think he helped a lot. We work together really well. We'll sit down and, I'll have an idea about where I think the song might go, and I'll sort of tell him, it reminds me, maybe of this, and and he'll be thinking the same thing, you know, and we'll be just very much on the same page. Or sometimes, you know, I wouldn't have even thought to put like some sort of synthesizer thing behind somewhere, you know. I would think that maybe that would be too cold sounding or something, but he kind of would say, no, you know, let me show you first before, and we're very willing to each other, and also by the same ticket, if he has an idea, just because he's the producer, he's very open. You know, if I say, I don't like how that is going, he's fine with it. He doesn't get hurt. You know, he's like, okay, well, cool. You know, that's why I think we were kind of on the same, like in the co-producing kind of